Hey, this is Chris Haslam, Big Chris. This is the 8th day of my raw potato and water diet. We're doing this for 40 days. It's biblical. 40 days, 40 nights of nothing but raw potatoes and water. And so let's get started while we're talking. And this is the 8th day, 7th day really, starts on the first day don't really count. So, it's really hot here in West Virginia. And after I get off from work, I just don't really want to go outside because it's so hot. I get so hot and sweaty, and I'm drinking a lot of water anyway, but it's just really crazy out there. So I really haven't been exercising. So I'm going to start riding. It's going to cool off beginning of the week. So I've got my e-bikes, I got my regular bikes, I got a new 29-inch BMX bike, and I'm eating red potatoes today, slicing them thin. After doing this for 8 days, I kind of know what I want. I like, I guess I'm cheating a little bit because I kind of make it into a potato salad. I put apple cider vinegar. There's my red taters. Apple cider vinegar. Some extra virgin olive oil for fat, because my mama, when she was on Weight Watchers, she ate like 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil every day. And, and I usually sprinkle a little bit of Parmesan cheese on there. But I like, even after I get it sliced up like this right here, and then I go in there and I chop them even more. Just make them into little pieces. And then I eat it like a barbarian. I just finger food it. Drink my ice water with a little bit of lemon in it. I bought a blood pressure machine. I don't think it's working right. But I'm going to check my blood pressure. I'm checking my blood pressure, weight. Going through all this in case somebody new comes on today. The videos are getting more popular. I got some, my sister, Cindy, has joined. If you read the comments, she's the one who said, she thinks I'm going to lose 35 pounds in 40 days. And I have lost 10 pounds in 1 week. This is my 8th video, and as of yesterday, I was down 10 pounds. I didn't lose anything yesterday. And so there was one day I was up a pound and 8. But I'm not sure how it works. I'm sure I have kind of set a goal that a week from today, next Friday afternoon, whatever I weigh today, I think I'm going to be about 10 pounds lighter, because I'm planning on exercising a lot. I'm going to ride my bicycle, my e-bike, ride my regular bicycle some. And if I'm going to go out riding by myself, I'm just going to take my regular, I got a 29-inch BMX bike now. It's a Sunday C29. Has a chromoly frame. It's really rad. And I'm going to take it out and ride it because I'm slow on it. I can't keep up with nobody. Matter of fact, I really can't keep up with nobody on my electric bike, but I don't care. So I got it chopped up really, really fine right there. So it's like a tater salad, and I only like the red taters. So I'm going to put a little bit of extra virgin olive oil on here for fat. I'm going to put some, I got some apple cider vinegar, organic, from Costco. I got this dollar seasoning. Man, I'm really hungry, and you know what? After I pour that vinegar on there, it smells good, and I love the taste of vinegar. So then I'm using this, whatever this is. It's got a bunch of stuff in it. And I'm also putting a little bit of garlic on here. And yesterday in my video, I just went savage. I just ate 2 taters, didn't chop them up or nothing, didn't put any ice in my water. So right here, I got some minced garlic that I got from Costco. And I put this garlic on here day before yesterday, and it's kind of funky tasting. If it wasn't for the apple cider vinegar, I couldn't choke this garlic down because it sucks. So, there we go. Now I got the salad made. Now I gotta make me up a nice little tasty drink. Ice, water, real lemon juice. That's what I eat. That's what I eat for supper every day. And then I slice up 4 potatoes and put a little bit of seasoning on it. And I put it in a Ziploc bag, and that's what I take to work with me. And I go to work at midnight. I work from midnight to like 12 every day. Then I come home, pass out, and I really need to be eating when I get home and not eating right now. I'd lose more weight if I didn't eat right now, but because eating these taters, it makes you bloated when you first, like for the first couple hours, you eat 2 raw taters, you're bloated for a couple hours, and you really don't feel like going to sleep. You can really see how big that belly is right there. Look at that thing. This thing is a monster. You know, it was 68 inches around this the other day, and that's a long way around. It's like, you know, 68 inches, man. You know, that's almost 6 foot around the belly. Just think if I was one of those guys that wore my pants up to here. You know, I would have to special order a pair of jeans that went up to here and say, hey, you know, I need like size 74 pants. Man, I shouldn't have never got this way, but I'm here, and that's where we're at. Let's see what it is. Let's see if it's any smaller than it was 8 days ago. Well, today I am reading 67 and a half. That's an inch and a half smaller, and I have lost 10 pounds, so, you know, I don't know if 10 pounds will take off an inch and a half or not. Let's face the facts. It's going to be a long time before this thing gets a lot smaller. All right. Let's take a little taste test here, because I am starving to death. I have to say, this is my 8th day eating this. And this particular meal, well, since I'm hungry, it does taste good to me. As long as I'm eating red potatoes, yellow Yukons are okay, but if this was russet potatoes, I would eat some because I was hungry, and then I'd be done because I don't like them. They have to be like Naked and Afraid. I'm sure if I was on Naked and Afraid, with those russet potatoes would start tasting really good, and I'd probably roast them over the fire first, but this is a raw potato and water challenge, so I can't be doing that. So, even the water tastes good with that lemon juice in there. So that's what she looks like right there. Oh, you can see the fluid. Look at the liquids there trying to escape on the end. You know, apple cider vinegar tastes good. All right. We're going to try the blood pressure thing again today. And my sister suggested a different position. So I need to get in my chair. I need to get it down here in my chair and relax. Just have good thoughts, good calm thoughts. Don't think about how bad my ex-wife cheated me and how a couple of my other girlfriends lied to me and went and had affairs with other men while they had my car and their debit card and in their wallet. Let's not think about that, because that'll make my blood pressure a lot higher, right? All right, here we go. All right. My sister said that I need to get this feather up on my arm. Her name is Cindy, by the way. She's 5 years older than me. And she said that I want this air thing right here on the side of my arm, I think is what she said. It's down in the comments from yesterday, and you read what she said. And if she's wrong, just go ahead and tell her, because that would be fun. All right. Well, I have to say that it does. I can get it on there tighter, the way she's suggesting here. I know every time I go to the doctor, they're like, you're fat, your blood pressure sucks, you're going to die immediately, go to a doctor, get medicine. I'm not on any meds. I don't take any medication whatsoever. I'm not on blood pressure medicine. I'm not on cholesterol medicine. I haven't even been to a doctor for him to prescribe anything to. So, yeah, this thing's getting really tight. Oh, yeah, I can feel my heart beating in there big time. My heart's still beating. Can you believe that? All right. There's a fly flying around in here. Man. Oh, my gosh. This is tighter than it's ever been. You know, this is probably a more of a true reading. Cindy, my sister, is probably right. It's 156/97. And being that I weigh 410 pounds and I basically don't exercise much, you know, that's probably a good blood pressure for a guy my size. I don't know. But I had another friend on there, Crystal. She's like, well, that first blood pressure you had was alarming. She's an RN. I might know her pretty good. So she's an RN. She knows what she's talking about. So it is nice to have old friends and people who care about me are coming on and on my YouTube channel and watching it. And I appreciate every one of you. Even people who don't like me anymore, you could come on here and maybe watch me die a slow, miserable death. And I would love to have you. That would be great. All right, we're going to try this again. One more time. One more time. You know, everybody always wants more, right? That's the way the world works. People are greedy, 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 and I just can't get over how it seems like a lot of people I know think that they're the smartest person that ever lived. And they love cutting down other people, man. It's great. And I usually just pump them up, you know. It's like, yeah, you're right. You know, one of the coolest things you could ever do to somebody that's really into themselves and nobody's ever telling them, and that's, you know, my sister was probably right. This one was 154/97. That's almost identical to the other. So we're going to put 154/97 on my chart up there. And I'm saying I'm giving myself another challenge. I think I'm going to have my blood pressure down a little bit. A week from today, next Friday afternoon, I'm taking all these supplements. I'm going to exercise. And I think I can lose 10 more pounds in the next week. And maybe my blood pressure will be down a little bit. But you know what? It's, you know, I do feel different. I've lost, you know, as of yesterday, I was down 10 pounds from a week ago. And 10 pounds is a lot of weight. You know, especially if you know, that's like 9 big, you know, I'm from Western Kentucky. We used to fish below Kentucky and Barkley Dam. We use 1 pound lead weights up there where the turbines discharge to make electricity. And, you know, that's 10 1 pound fishing weights. Man, you know, 10 pounds is a lot of weight. 10 pounds is really heavy if you take a brick and throw it, hit you in the face with it. You know, 10 pounds is a lot. If I lose 10 more pounds, that's 10 more pounds I'm not packing around. All right, so I'm going to quit rambling on. And what I was saying earlier is one of my favorite things to do to a person that's really into themselves and they were trying to convince you that they're right about stuff, you know. So I always just look at them when they get done telling a story that I probably don't even remember half of what they said. I just say, you know what? I'm sitting there thinking about what you're saying. You know, I think you're right. You know, and they're like, whoa, you think I'm right? Yeah, you're right. And they're like, you know what? I am right. People just don't realize it. And if you're married, got a special person in your life or whatever, and you're always fighting about who's right, just quit being, what I suggest to you is just quit trying to be right. You know, why does it matter if you're right or not anyway? So like if your significant other is just, you know, trying to be in competition with you about being right over something, just one day for the fun of it, just go, you know what? Now that I think about it, you know, and, you know, we've had a lot of heated discussions over who's right or who's wrong. Today I've decided I think that you are actually right. And you're just right about this. And they'll pump up and stick their titties out or whatever, and they'll just be so excited. And that's the easiest way in the whole world to smooth somebody over is pretend like they're right. But now you need to act like you really are trying to tell them they're right. And that's one of my funnest tricks that I learned, I don't know how long ago, but that's something really ignorant I like to do. And I never get in competition over being right. It's just not important to me. And why does it really matter if somebody's right or wrong anyway? You know, people really get upset over that stuff. And another thing people really get tore up about is, it really bothers me, is when somebody says, well, I don't want people to think, I'm worried what people are thinking. I don't want people to say, hey, look at that guy. You know, a lot of people are worried about what other people are thinking. And trust me, those people aren't thinking about you. They're not. So don't worry about what people are thinking. You know, just don't, because definitely don't buy something or try to gain material thing because you want to look like you own a lot of stuff, or you look important because you bought a $90,000 pickup truck and you got a $1,400 a month payment. That's not really that smart. You know, and I've owned just about one of everything there is in the material world. I mean, I own a brand new semi. You know, I have a W900L Kenworth. You know, it has, like, you could heavy haul with it. It has 46,000 pound rear ends, 391 gears, 465 horsepower Cummins engine, 18-speed transmission. It's beautiful, and I don't even think about it. Like, when I come home, like, half the time, I've had this truck for 2 years, half the time I don't even remember I owned the doggone thing. I just, you know, what I really like is that paycheck I get from it every 2 weeks. That is my favorite part, not the truck, you know. So I get a lot of static over that truck, and I did have I bought a brand new F350, 8-foot bed, biggest doors you could get on it. It was a beautiful truck. My most favorite truck I ever had. Had the new 7.3 gas motor. It was fast. It is my favorite truck I ever owned. But with this chip pandemic going on and everything, they've got 50,000 trucks parked down at the Kentucky Speedway NASCAR track because they don't have any chips for them. Well, the Ford dealership called me up and asked me, hey, would you sell us your truck back? And I'm like, well, I really don't want to because I love it, you know, and I just like riding around in it. I like driving it, and you know, to me, it was a masterpiece. But I got to thinking about it. You know, I'm 53 years old. It was a big opportunity to sell it for a large profit. And normally that, you know, you don't get that in new vehicles. You just pay. In the end, you've got a fraction of what you had to start with. So I just let her go. You know, I drove over there and I'm like, hey, y'all gonna have to take me home after you write me this check, you know? And so I'm like, what do y'all got to drive here? And they're like, they had a Kia and they had a Chevy Cobalt or something, and they had a bunch of stuff that I just would not. I mean, if it's not a Honda car or a Toyota car, I'm not going to buy it. I mean, if you buy anything other than a Toyota or a Honda vehicle, that's not good business, you know. And if I'm hurting somebody's feelings, I'm sorry. There are other good vehicles besides Honda or Toyotas. So they had this 2011 Toyota Camry over there with 61,000 miles on it. And you could tell it had been wrecked on one side, and somebody didn't do a real good job of fixing it. So they shot me up. I'm like, well, now I want to, you know, mix this old car up in the deal with this 350 truck you're buying. And so we did. It turned out really great. And I'm not buying any more expensive vehicles. I'm just done with it because it didn't do anything for me. As a matter of fact, I had more people upset with me because I had it than I could not ever believe. I mean, people were really hateful at me towards that pickup truck. Well, they should be happy now because now I'm driving a 10-year-old Toyota Camry. you know, so what the heck. All right, enough for the talking. You know, my buddy Jimmy told me that I need to tell stories on here. Well, I'm not really telling stories. I am telling the truth on here, but that's beside the point. All right, let's weigh up, get this episode over with. I'm actually having a good time today doing this, and if anybody has a good time watching this, I appreciate it. So let's weigh up, see what's going on. Get back up here. Get this. Like I said, my technology should improve over the next couple of weeks. There's me face. I love the Aussie man. If y'all are watching him. So let's go over. Yesterday, I weighed 410.8 pounds. That was only down 0.2 of a pound. So I ate 6 more taters. My blood pressure was what, 157 over 97, somewhere in that neighborhood. That's close enough. And I measured my chest again today, and it was 166.5, so that's down a little bit. I put that in the wrong place. 166.5. So, all right, let's get on the scale. All right, 109.6. Now, we all know, you know, I'm on these scale. I'll get on them 2 or 3 times, you know, just so that, what was it? 109.6, 409.6, 409.6. So that's 409.6. That is 1.2 pounds. 1.2. Down 1.2 pounds. So, you know, that's pretty cool. I started out at 421.8 and 409.6. That is let's see, 21. That'll be 11. That'll be what? 12.2 pounds. Right here, I'm gonna write it down here. 12.2. All right, I'm down 12.2 pounds in 7 days, basically, in eight. Let's see what this thing says again. That time it went 10.6 or 10.2, which, you know, that's only a 0.4 of a pound more than 410.2 again. Well, that's almost the same thing. So, you know. Well, if you've been watching my videos, I appreciate it. I don't know where this is going to go or whatever. And I am planning on having a YouTube channel for a long time. And I'm into a lot of other stuff. This weight loss thing, you know, is just something I'm wanting to try. And I'm going to make weight loss videos for a long time. I'm wanting to lose 210 more pounds. I want to weigh 200 pounds eventually. I don't know how long that's going to take. My original goal was going to be a year from Christmas, which would be like a year and 4 months. And I watch all kinds of videos on YouTube, and people, you know, I've seen a lot of guys lose 200 pounds in 12 months. And so I don't know if I'm going to go. I don't even know what kind of diet I'm going to go on after I'm done with this one, but I'm definitely going to be on one. And I'm planning on doing a lot of exercise. I want to exercise a lot. I'm not going to go to the gym, but I've got 2 old Schwinn Aerodynes, and I'm going to get one of them out. When this heat wave is over next week, I'm going to put one of my Schwinn Aerodynes on the porch. And I'm planning on riding it as fast as I can, like 30 minutes a day. That should get up a heart rate and lose a lot of calories that way. Well, I appreciate it, and I'll see y'all folks tomorrow.